Right, hello there everybody. It is the weekend update and I'm wearing my The King is back, Return of the King, Captain Rex in live action. So I've got my sexy Captain Rex on. It's the first time I've been able to wear it actually because my belly has a little bit of a protrusion. This weekend, Saturday was all shipping. Lots of happy customers. Today, taking a break. Just not doing anything in particular. Trying to catch up on all the news from Pulse-Con. Can you feel the pulse? You know? Hasbro, can you hear me? Clear. We have a pulse. It's a weak one. I think, yeah. How long before that stops? Well, the G.I. Joe stuff was consistent. I looked at a lot of the images that were posted on Instagram. I follow Chaz the Guru, who usually has everything. He's obsessed with G.I. Joe. And so I've got all the new images. They look fantastic. Then you had, I was only really interested in the two lines, right? So Star Wars and G.I. Joe, because that's what we sell. We don't sell any of the other stuff. The Star Wars stuff was just meh, but especially the Black Series. Is there any hope for the future for the Black Series? I was kind of really pumped about seeing, was it Shin Hoti? The baddie in Ahsoka. She's the apprentice of Baylan Skoll, and I was really looking forward to seeing those two in the Black Series. And then now I just feel, oh look, Hasbro still are not giving us robes and cloaks. I was like, have we already been through this? The defining, when you look at a Force user, a Jedi, right? Usually 9 times out of 10, the thing on them is like the cloak, the hood, the cape, whatever it is, right? So it's weird that Hasbro are like so random about including that in the package. Like, I don't get it. Like, you'll get, which one was a good example? Like, there was one that was with a beautiful cloak. It was a prequel Jedi. I think, I can't remember the name. Anyway, one of the prequel Jedis that is an alien species, and it came with a beautiful brown cloak. And then we got young Padawan Obi-Wan from The Phantom Menace, who has no cloak. You know, like, so it's like Hasbro, well, just go buy a cloak by yourself. It's like, hey, what? If it's a Jedi or a Sith character, and then in the media it has, that is like the main part of its outfit, and you don't include that. Come on, that's just really cheap. So yeah, Baylan Skoll without the cloak doesn't look so magnificent. I think the face sculpt is just okay. Yeah, it's like, so far the Ahsoka show has been like a massive success. I think a lot of people really have fallen in love with it. I absolutely adore watching it every week. I can't wait for the, I think this week is the last 2 episodes together. Am I right in saying that? I've really enjoyed it. But I haven't enjoyed looking at the figures that Hasbro's been revealing for the Ahsoka series. It's not that good. Yeah, like that first wave. Like, I'm not interested in getting any of those figures. Like, most of them are just repacks, right? Chopper. Ezra's new, but that, we saw Ezra in last week's episode. Doesn't look like anything like that, right? That looks more like an animation Ezra. And what else did we get in that first one? Oh, another Ahsoka. Like, how many Ahsokas do we need? It's like Mando, right? How many different versions do you need of Mando? And Ahsoka does have a lot of different costume changes, actually. We've only had, what is it, how many episodes have we had now? 5 or 6? And already she's been through like probably 3 different costume changes. And for Hasbro just to bring out the Ahsoka that they gave us already for The Mandalorian Season 2, which was such a long time ago. It was like, what are you doing? Yeah, so let's have a look at some of the stuff on the table. I don't want to be a negative Nancy, but yeah. I got my money on the G.I. Joe. Some of the TV stuff was okay, but the Black Series is just, you need to pull your socks up. Right, over here on the table, I've got some, I've been hunting, because that last wave of the Black Series we ran out. So I've got some more of these guys, the Magna Guards, and I know that some people, Landspeeder Luke, didn't particularly like this figure very much in their review. That's okay. But he was the bestseller out of all of the... I thought it would be Ahsoka or the Clone Trooper, but it wasn't. It's this guy. He's I think it's because he's Grievous's bodyguard and people wanted to kind of army build him.
No, because Ahsoka have 2.
Ahsoka... I know in the box it's an assorted case and there's 2 Ahsoka, right?
And the clone.
But still, I could have sold triple the amount of these. I had to give people their money back because I didn't have enough, is what I'm saying. Do you understand?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, and then what I'm doing with the business is, because we've switched wholesalers, we've changed suppliers now. So before I was doing the famous pre-order system, and I pretty much like proved to myself that is a complete and utter waste of time and doesn't work. 6 months ago, I was very excited and I was really pumped and ambitious. I was like, our company is going to be huge. We can finally order in bulk from Hasbro. We can order whatever we like. We can get 300 of this and 200 of this, and it doesn't work because, you know, the wholesalers and their relationship with Hasbro, those guys don't get along very well. Your orders always end up being delayed and being cut. So having that kind of business model on that grand scale, it's not feasible. It doesn't work. And then when you try to get some recourse from Hasbro and say, like, what's going on, they behave like civil servants. Yes, Minister. I don't know if you've seen that show, very famous from the 80s. Yes, Minister. Yes, Prime Minister. I think Hasbro would make very good civil servants. Of course, Minister. Absolutely. So I'm scaling down my company, making it much smaller, but still I'm going to have quite a good selection of Star Wars and G.I. Joe. So come on, move around. Don't just stand in one place. How's your arm?
Shaking.
Yeah, you need to do some bicep curls. All right? And yeah, so we're scaling down. That means that I'm ordering, because I keep getting my orders cut by like 2/3. So now I'm just ordering like 1/3 of what I would usually order. And that means it's going to be harder for people to get their figures. But at the same time, it's easier for me to manage. And I don't want to keep breaking promises to customers and saying, hey, yeah, man, I'm going to get you those range vipers. And how about those mole rats that never came in? And then I have to refund people and keep switching their figures all the time. That's not a good way to run a business. So I'm going to just sell to the collectors who have been with me a long time, and the collectors who, because I picked up a lot of new collectors because of G.I. Joe recently. So, you know, again, it depends on the relationship. If you guys are close with me and we message and I feel like you're a really cool customer, then I'll add you to the list, you know. So, but I'm not going to announce figures that are like coming soon. because I know that they're not coming soon. So I'm not going to do that anymore. I will only announce the figures once I've actually, you know, given the thumbs up from the wholesalers and they say, right, this date coming for sure. And I get them in store and I physically have them and I know exactly how many I've got and I match that with my list of customers. And then it's like, okay, I'm done, I'm sold out, that's it. I have a quota and it's gone. And it's a shame that I have to do that. But, you know, that's the way the supply chain doesn't really help. If you're an action figure enthusiast and you want to grow your business to a much larger size, you can't do it because, you know, it's just the pre-orders, they just don't, it just doesn't happen. So now I'm a hunter-gatherer. I'm not a retailer anymore or a seller. I'm just a hunter-gatherer. So I managed to hunt down and gather because I ran out of the snake eyes. I also ran out of firefly. I ran out of cobra eel. Managed to get like 2 more of those. Yeah, and there's a whole bunch of stuff here that I found when I was cleaning out my office that's just been sitting at the back of the shelf doing nothing, and I didn't bother to put them up on my store. So what I'm doing right now is updating my store to include absolutely everything. All right, and that also includes some of the things that are weird from my own collection that I just don't want anymore. I just don't see that it's... I've had them for a long time. I don't feel any special bond with these items, so I'm just putting them on my blog site for you guys to pick up if you're interested. Okay, so it's really, really weird. Like I've got like a whole bunch of like 90s X-Men Toy Biz, like mint on card backs. Okay, I got loads of them because I used to collect those. I've got some old G.I. Joe figures, some ones that I picked up years and years ago in Taiwan because they were from the 80s and they had like, I'll show you one example here. This one here is, I don't know the name because it's all in Japanese. You know, like the whole card back is so unique. It's all in Japanese and it's like 80 something. Like, I can't believe how old this is and how good it... Made in Hong Kong, 1986. Hasbro Hong Kong. It says mercenary and everything's in Chinese and Japanese. So I'm like, that's so cool, right? But for me, it's like not really something that I want to hold on to. So I'm just going to put, like, if I find stuff in my own collection, I'm going to add it to my blog site. And then the other thing is I realized is at the back of, right over there, in no man's land, where no one ever goes, that's where the cockroaches hang out and have parties at night. I've still got tons of the Indiana Jones retro card backs, if anyone's interested. And I've got a lot of indie Black Series. I say Black Series because the Indiana Jones Adventure Series, the 6-inch figures, were designed by the Black Series team. Okay, so I've still got a ton from Wave 1, Wave 2, and all the exclusives. Right, let's go over here. What's going on over here? Right, over here we have customers who are waiting for their orders. So, for example, this person ordered Grunt, and they were very lucky because they also ordered the Spider Varma. Actually, they didn't order this, it's just they were very, very lucky that I happened to have a spare one, okay? I know a lot of people are asking me for Watermelon Face, right? Shadow Tracker, and this guy, but I've already like nominated to them to specific customers, so they're already gone, and there's nothing I can do about it. So we've got lots of stuff here that's ready because we're waiting for the snow serpents. We ordered almost 100. This is snow job, not snow serpent. So we've got a couple of snow jobs. If you want a snow job. So we're waiting for the snow serpents to come in, and that's it. Oh, Queenie's got 1,000 more wedges on the edges. How many of these do you buy?
500.
There's 500, and you get through that box of 500 so quickly. Wow. Okay, right, go into the office quickly. Nothing to see here. Please move along. You do not need to see his identification. Found these as well at the back again. We're very lazy with our inventory. We need to stock take more often. I've got 6 more Slave 1. I'm sorry, I'm in Starship. We've got 6 more, if anyone's interested. And this is my skyscraper of the retro collection, the 6-pack, you know, the second one. I've got so many left. There's a bunch of stuff, because this is what I was cleaning up here, and I didn't realize. I put my hand at the back and I was like, wait a minute, that's not on the blog site, and that's not on my blog site. So there's a whole bunch of figures here that I've had to very quickly like put up. I haven't done it yet. I will do, all right, because tomorrow's Monday, so our priority is first we ship, and then secondly I will get my blog site, my website updated with all the new stuff, and a lot of old stuff as well, that like from last year or the year before, and people are always looking to fill the gaps in their collection, right? And then over here is the list, right?
Don't say
it's a curse, right? Yes. So this is what we've ordered, and this is what we're gonna get, okay? But I can't tell you how many cases, all right? I've put an order in, and it's way lower than I usually would put in, because I just don't want to disappoint people anymore and go through all of that heartache of not getting my orders, and then having to like, I just don't like that. When you promise someone an action figure and they've been looking forward to it for so long, and then you say, yeah, no, we didn't get it. Like, it really, like, for a collector, it really breaks their heart, I'm telling you. So this is what we've ordered. The new Kenobi wave, the 4. So we've got Kenobi, and I don't know what his name is. His name is Super Jedi, end of the show, walking off with Force Ghost Qui-Gon Jinn, Ewan McGregor Jedi. That's what it says on the pack. And we've got Qui-Gon Jinn, yes, the ghost, all right, because those Force Ghosts are selling really well, Hasbro, thanks. Commander Apo, which I think is the most popular one, and then Darth Vader, Duel's End, right, he's got the battle damage helmet. We've also got the Darth Malgus coming in, which is the GameStop exclusive, which looks really, really freaking nice. I can't wait. Right, G.I. Joe, Vipra, Tripwire, and the big one, Shooter. Okay, Shooter's an exclusive. I think it's a Walmart, so I'm really happy. If I can get a bunch of those, I'll be so happy to help the collectors out. Also, Indiana Jones, this is the last one, the Wave, number 3, will be coming soon. So, on my little ticket here, it says October the 1st. Right, so if I check my calendar, that should be in how many days? That's like less than a week away. That's like a week, right? About a week. And it could be that this week on Thursday or Friday we get the call and they say, it's here, come take it, come take your stuff, because you just never know, right? So hopefully this goes according to plan. We don't have any more, you know, be funny if like I order 100, so they give me 33, right? So then I order 10, so they give me 2. Or do you see how it works? Or do you see how
have scissors.
You see how it doesn't work? They just have these ginormous pair of scissors. Doesn't matter, the number you give them could be 20. They're just like, give 5. Queenie's groaning. Yeah. Right, and the other news is, I think that's it really. Anything you'd like to say, Queenie? Taiwanese customers are happy. G.I. Joe is selling very well in Taiwan.
Yeah.
Oh,
not
wow.
bad.
It suddenly becomes so popular, like just overnight. Because we tried selling G.I. Joe when we first started, when I was really into the Black Series and TVC, and we couldn't get it to move. No one wanted to buy it. But recently, the demand is just like, wow, it's good.
The design better, accessory a lot.
A lot of accessories, right? And I think there's a lot of people in Taiwan who are into military niche products, and they really like the G.I. Joe stuff. I don't think they've watched the cartoon, but they just love the figure, you know?
Yeah.
So that's it for today. Don't forget to subscribe, and I will be back again kind of midweek and give you another update. And on Monday and Tuesday, you guys can go check out my store site, my website, and just see like what are all the new stuff that I've added. All right, and you can just rummage through and see what's available. I'm worried that my head looks like this guy.
Yeah.
Does it?
Yeah.
I have a cone head. It's like that movie, the cone heads with Dan Aykroyd. I'm a cone head. Okay, see you.